Hi everyone, this is Ed Berlinski again, and let me first introduce myself. My name again is Ed Berlinski. I'm a commercial broker here in the state of California, and I attend a number of real estate exchange marketing meetings. And I've been a broker for about 20 years now, and I'm hoping that we can satisfy the goals of this particular investment series. The goals being, first and foremost, to help you get to know the so-called exchange marketing meeting groups that are that take place throughout the country. There are a number of them, some national, some regional, some local, and they're very, very different than the meetings you may have attended. The second goal, really, of the organization is to basically throw in a few of what we call formulas, real estate formulas, to help you learn creative ways to acquire properties and creative ways to finance properties. I want to first, before I get started, thank many of you who have called me, contacted me, and given me some great ideas in terms of how to run the series, how to improve it, and again, they're very, very helpful. And let me say also that I think that this particular number 3 series, which we're doing today, will help you get an idea, if you will, of where they're located, who these groups are, and some of the major groups, 3 of the major groups that have meetings from time to time. 2 of them being national organizations, the third being a super regional organization that meets in Southern California. I also want to talk about why, if you are a residential broker, you should be listening, and why, if possible, you should be attending the meetings and participating. With that, I'll get started. The only other comment I'll make at this time is that if you feel there's another broker or an associate or a friend that you feel might benefit from this particular video or some of the 2 prior videos that I've made on real estate investing, that you click that little share button, which is either at the top right of the picture or next to the picture, the video that I'm producing. Again, let's get started. Let's talk about first why in the world a residential broker should attend a exchange meeting. I had the occasion of talking to a broker in the last few days, a wonderful friend of mine, and she approached me. She said, "Ed, I've seen your video, but I just sell houses, and therefore I'm not really into these complicated commercial deals, and the meetings just don't make any sense for me." And I asked her, I said, "Well, let me ask you this. We'll call her Cheryl, if you will, for the time being." I said, "Cheryl, you've been a broker now for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years." I said, "Have you ever seen a home that was mispriced, where the asking price was much lower than it should be, either due to ignorance or due to possibly some distress situation, and a property that you yourself, if you had the cash in your pocket, could basically buy and then resell in a very short period of time?" And she said, "Well, yes, I've seen a few of these." And I said, "Well, a number of our people, a small percentage admittedly, but a number of our people are residential brokers. And they attend our meetings because they're seeking partners who may have those so-called deep pockets, who can form partnerships with them, so that when they see that property, when they see that home, or they see that subdivision lot that might be out there, that they can scoop that thing up, call the partner, and basically, in some fashion, share the profits. And again, commissions are great, but it's also nice to have a stream of income, if you will, that is going to be there from another source. And in this particular case, that source would be finding these opportunities and finding a partner, if you will, that could provide that cash and maybe provide some additional evaluation knowledge, if you will, on the situation. We have, by the way, a number of our members who, when they first came to the organization, were residential brokers, or primarily residential brokers. And as they've attended, as they've learned more and more about real estate investing, and in some cases commercial investing, they've, if you will, migrated up in their career to these larger and sometimes more complex opportunities. The other subject which I wanted to talk to is I wanted to mention to you three of the, if you will, top exchange marketing meeting organizations that we have in the country. The first one I wanted to mention to you was a group called the Society of Exchange Counselors. Remember, by the way, if this information you feel can be helpful, click that share button. Don't forget. The Society is a national group. It's been around for more than 40 years, and it's in many cases described as an elite exchange marketing group, and indeed they are. I am a member. I've been a participant in the meetings for over 20 years, and it's truly it has truly changed my life, to be very honest with you. You can look this group up on the internet, of course. Society of Exchange Counselors. Two things that they do require is they require a history, if you will, of being in the business, of having a track record, if you will, in the commercial area. They do not accept members who are strictly residential people who have not had some strong commercial experience. And also, you must be licensed in order to attend any of the three groups that I'm going to mention. But again, on the Society of Exchange Counselors, we call them the SEC group. All you have to do is go to the site, click on what is called a request for meeting invitation, and then they have a form that you fill out. You click submit on that form, and then that form will be received by the director of the organization, who will give that request to one of the members. And one of the members will call you, discuss with you your background and so forth, and give you an invitation should they feel that you do qualify. The second organization is an organization called the National Council of Exchangers. And I happen to be here today at an NCE, National Council of Exchangers meeting. It's going to be held Monday through Thursday of this week here in Las Vegas. It's a group I've been associated with for many years, a national group that's been around for a long, long time. And again, their profile is somewhat different, if you will, from the SEC group. They do encourage people with limited commercial experience to attend. And again, like many things in this world, you can look them up on the internet. And if you click Contact NCE, you will get the telephone number of a young lady by the name of Kara Libster, Libster, and you can call Kara directly and ask her basically when the next meeting is, what the details are, and you can get pricing information and so forth. The third group is a super regional group, and all of my friends here in SoCal, all of my friends in Southern California, Arizona, Utah, are people who are natural attendees for this meeting. The OCE, as we call it, Orange County Exchange Group, is located in Southern California. And again, you can Google them, Orange County Exchangers. And when you click on Contact OCE, you will get a choice of telephone numbers that you can call. And they meet the first Friday of every month in San Juan Capistrano. And they regularly have 30, 40, even 50 attendees at their meetings that, again, are run very similarly, if you will, to the two national organizations that I just mentioned. To backstep a little bit, the SEC group that I mentioned first has 5 meetings a year. Those meetings are all over the country in different cities. They're usually for 3 days. And the NCE group, which is this one that I'm attending right now, has 4 meetings a year, usually January, April, July, and October. And all the meetings, recently anyway, have been held here in Las Vegas. So again, let me just say I hope this information has helped you. It's a bit of a short a session that we're having, but I wanted to importantly get across that idea to residential brokers that there really is a purpose, if you will, of attending these meetings. Let me just say as a final comment that if you had an opportunity that you saw out in your marketplace, and it doesn't matter in what state that is or what city that is, that you feel you could quote unquote make a killing on, if you brought that opportunity to an NCE meeting or to an OCE meeting, I almost guarantee you that you would have a dozen hands going up in the room with people who would want very, very badly to work out an arrangement with you, to assist you, to help you. So with that, I'll sign off. I hope a lot of you again share this particular session. I hope you find these to be helpful. And let me say this too, that I welcome comments. I welcome criticisms for those that feel I should be taking a different tack, that I should maybe be talking about slightly different topics. But again, we're going to be learning together. I'm anxious to get into some of the formulas, as I talked about. Formulas being nothing more than a structure of how you put a deal together. And the surprise that I have is that I'm hoping, and I think we can pull this off, I'm hoping to get a couple videos during this week to show you how our NCE meetings actually take place, and maybe to get some interviews with people who have attended or are attending the meeting, including, by the way, a couple of residential brokers, either currently or people who were residential brokers that have now grown, where their careers have flowered. So thanks very much. I appreciate your watching, and I hope you found this video interesting. Thanks so much. Have a good day.